Orlando.
I'm telling you, the girl want me. She
never want you.
She don't want you, Bravo.
No. I'm telling you.
She don't want you.
Alright.
Alright, you are the one.
Alright, here we girl, you know I is the batsman. Forget that little short man and come and take the champion boy.
Girl, well, me is no batsman. I could give you style and pattern and proper conversation.
Girl, like the acres polar, taking wickets all over. Could do it wrong your corner.
Well, I am not no bowler. Make you hotter than a toaster. Well, I could light your firewood. Tell me who you prefer, baby, to take you home. Who can do it better, honey? Just let me know. The girl want me, no Lando. The girl want me, no Bravo. Bravo, she want me, no Lando. She want me, no Bravo. The girl she want me, no Lando. The girl want me, no Bravo. The girl want me, no Bravo. This girl she want.
Remember, I am fitter, stronger, even taller. For sure, I go last longer. Oh.
Baby, don't believe him. Remember, looks is deceiving. Better you check me this evening, and I gonna give you the real thing.
What the hell is boy thinking? I must have rum when I'm drinking. How you gonna forget the captain? Without me, this ship will be sinking.
Tell me who you prefer, baby, to take you home. Who can do it better, honey? Just let me know. The girl want me, no Lando. The girl want me, no Bravo. Bravo, she want me, no Lando. She want me, no Bravo. The girl she want me, no Lando. The girl want me, no Bravo. The girl want me, no Lando. This girl she want. Tell me who you prefer, baby, to take you home. Who can do it better, honey? Just let me know. The girl want me,
Greetings and salutations, one and all.
Bravo, she want me, no Lando. She want
I don't know who she want to know.
She want me, no Lando. The girl want me, no Bravo.
DJ Bravo,
No Lando.
working out with Orlando Active. Cat track called She Want Me.
DJ Bravo, the champion. Orlando, she want me.
I want to welcome you all to the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew.
Bravo, that girl want me, you know.
Orlando,
It's a real talk night.
she never want you.
She don't want you, Bravo.
Y'all ready to hold some reasoning?
She don't want you.
Alright.
Alright, you are the one.
Alright, here we girl, you know I is
Want to say big up to each and everyone locked in.
little short man.
Those on TuneIn Radio.
Champion.
On the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. Much love to you. Big ups to those who are locked in out to New Jersey on NIE Radio.
The acres polar,
Hanging out with New Jersey's finest, the motivator.
do it wrong your corner. Oh.
Blessings to those out of Long Island, New York. Rocking with Reggae Pulse Radio. Yeah, I know you're feeling the pulse, you know, yeah?
Just let me know.
DJ Atomic Force and crew.
No Lando.
Much love.
No Bravo. Bravo, she want me. No Lando. She want me. No Bravo.
I want to say big ups to those who are locked in on PEMGTV.com, yes.
Big girl want me. No Lando.
Those bubbling on the Foundation Radio Network, ClintonLindsay.com.
I'm fitter, stronger, even taller.
With Mr. Twinkle Toes himself, the veteran in the business, Mr. Clinton Lindsay.
Baby, don't believe him. Remember, looks is deceiving. Better you check me this evening, and I gonna give you the real thing.
What the hell is boy thinking?
I want to say big ups to those who are locked in on Clubhouse,
Forget the captain. Without me, this ship will be
those on Facebook Live,
Now you bring
those on YouTube Live.
take you home.
Welcome.
Do it better, honey. Just let me know.
Big ups to the massive on KevinStew.com, the home of the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew,
No Bravo, she want
where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.
me. No Bravo, the girl she want me. No Lando, the girl want me. No Bravo, the girl want me. No Bravo, this girl she want. Tell me who you prefer, baby.
I'm so glad to have each and every one of you.
Who can do it better?
You know, I couldn't do it without you, right?
No.
Guess what?
The girl want
I wouldn't even try.
you are the one.
alright, here we girl, you know I is the batsman. Forget that little short man and come and take the champion.
I want to say thank you to my segment sponsors,
Me and I know batsman a good
Paul T Media Group and Big in Moment is Price. Let's go ahead and give them a call.
station.
Girl,
They can do everything you see here on kevinstew.com and more. They'll take care of your videos, your photos, your streaming, your advertising. You have an event you want to stream live on a secure platform, whether yours or theirs. Give them a call. Whether it's a church service, a funeral, a wedding, a party, a graduation, a seminar, you name it. Call them up, 754-999-1140. That's 754-999-1140. Tell them Kevin Stew sent you. Thank you to Althea and her Healing Heavenly Hands. Althea is a licensed massage therapist operating out of Broad County, North Miami-Dade and South Palm Beach counties. She comes to you, bringing her table, her oils, and over 20 years massage therapy experience. Give her a call, 954-655-9000 and schedule your appointment today. That's 954-655-9000. She only has one request outside of paying her. That is, you get off her table and go sleep somewhere else when she's done. Thank you to Reggae Global Entertainment. Reggae Global act as your booking agents, handle your tour management, take care of your business registration, legal service referrals, music production, marketing and promotion, and much, much more. Give them a call, 954-804-8199. That's 954-804-8199. Or check them out online at reggaeglobal.com. Tell them you heard about them on the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew. I want to say thank you to McNeil Trucking. McNeil Trucking is a veteran-owned, licensed and insured movers in the state of Florida. So you want to move from Palm Beach to Fort Lauderdale, you want to move from the Keys to Jacksonville, any point in between. You want to move from Naples to Boca. No worries. Just go ahead and give them a call. 954-406-9740. You want to put some things in storage even. Don't have the manpower, don't have the transportation. You have the name, you have the number. McNeil Trucking. 954-406-9740. That's 954-406-9740. Thank you, McNeil Trucking. With McNeil Trucking, your goods are in good hands.
To take you home, who can do it better, honey? Just let me know. The girl want me, no land.
DJ Bravo,
No Bravo.
duking it out with Orlando Octave.
No Bravo, the girl she want me.
No track called She Want Me.
No Bravo, the girl want me. No Bravo, this girl she want. No Bravo.
I don't know who will tell them, you know. I don't know who will tell them. Maybe she did. Or maybe she just let them on.
Remember, 50 million views and company champion.
Tonight we're talking breadcrumbing. Follow the breadcrumbs. It will lead you to where you're. I don't know where to lead you. Yeah, we're talking breadcrumbing tonight. Have you heard of this thing? I came across this and I was like, wait a minute. There's something new out there, breadcrumbing? What is that? What could, but funny enough, it is, as the name suggests, it's laying some kind of a trail, setting bait even. Now, what you'll end up catching, or if you will end up getting caught, I don't know. But according to brides.com, you've probably heard of ghosting. Most of us have heard of that, right? And we know about gaslighting. Well, These are, if you haven't heard about these are two dating terms in the mainstream lexicon due to prevalence of dating apps like Tinder and Bumble. This one, this new one, is called breadcrumbing. Now, this is the act of sending out flirtatious but non-committal social signals. You're laying your breadcrumbs in order to lure a romantic partner in without expending much effort. Basically, you're leading someone on. Now the song says, "Come on and lead me on, tease me all night long," because the singer apparently knew what she wanted. So, in the case of wanting to be led on, who is the one dropping the breadcrumbs? Kelly Campbell, PhD, is a professor at California State San Bernardino, and her research examines instant connections among friends and romantic partners, how being in love helps and or hinders performance across domains. Whatever it is that you're into, sports, your career, your hobby, things like that. Infidelity, catfishing, etc. According to Campbell, breadcrumbing is leading someone on romantically using online or electronic forums to help keep someone's interest in you. So they use social media, they text, because writing letters and mailing it, that doesn't really happen anymore, right? So it's all about how you interact on social media. But they do this even if you never intended to become romantically involved with them. It's essentially an emotionally manipulative tactic designed to make someone dependent on you, or vice versa. So, what we're going to be looking at, some of the things we're going to be looking at tonight, is where Campbell breaks down the psychology behind breadcrumbing in relationships, including the red flags to watch out for, the reasoning behind the manipulative behavior, and how to navigate the next steps. So, you ready? I hope you're all ready. 773-789-STEW gets you in touch. 773-789-7839. You can call, text, WhatsApp, Telegram. They all get you right here in studio, live and in living color. And you see the number scrolling across the bottom of your screen right now. Those of you that are watching on, whether you're watching on kevinstew.com or you're watching on Facebook Live, there's a number, 773-789-7839. Easy way to remember it, 773-789-STEW. So, what we're cooking up tonight? Breadcrumbing. So, breaded chicken, breaded fish, breaded pork, breaded me, I don't know. But it's breadcrumbing. First of all, we're looking at the red flags. They are less invested in getting together than you are. So go ahead and check that one off. Breadcrumbers make plans with you but cancel or don't show up. And they seem too busy for you. They might even go absent for periods of time. Sound like ghosting, right? I think the ghosting thing typically happens after some type of interaction. So after you've gotten intimate, maybe, then here comes the ghosting. Now, not to say that anybody should do it, but that's typically how it happens, right? Another red flag is you never know where you stand with them. I've had that happen to me before. Not very cool. According to Campbell, breadcrumbers are sporadic, inconsistent, and unpredictable in their expression of interest in you. So you don't really get the full 100 about it. Hey Pat, how are you doing? You have a lovely roasted chicken with roasted potatoes and collard greens. But listen. You can't be telling me that you had all of this and leave none for me. How can you do that? I heard y'all had rain for about the past 3 days, and today finally got some sun up your side. Good. Glad to know that you could pop in and say hi to us. All right. Hey, listen. I still love you anyway, although you eat all the food and don't leave any for me. I know that at some point in time you'll put on my share. So we're talking breadcrumbing. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but as you've talked to people and interacted, been on social media, if you've ever heard of breadcrumbing, and I'm not talking about what you do with chicken before you put it in the oven. I'm not breading bread, although it is the breadcrumbs that you use to do the breading. But anyway, we're not talking about the cooking thing. We're talking about how people lead people on. That kind of breadcrumbing. Have you heard of it? So we're looking at some red flags as it relates to breadcrumbing right now. And the next one is they seem warm toward you, but then turn cold. So on again, off again, lukewarm kind of thing. Oh, you've heard of breadcrumbing. Nice. How did you hear about it? Where did you hear about it? What was the interaction? What was that? So here it is. People seem nice and warm and inviting, but not. And so that's a red flag. You can't understand or explain their actions. Another flag. But typically that happens with people all the time, isn't it? Your average person that you're teenagers. As a parent, teenagers, for example, you can't really understand or explain their actions. So are they breadcrumbing? No, they're not. You just can't understand them. You're often left confused and frustrated after interacting with them. So you go in with one idea, one thought, one perception of the relationship. And when you leave, you are just confused. Oh, Marlon, this is your first time hearing about it? Well, grab your notebook, buddy. What is it? Big up to Marlon locked in right now. Host of Real Rockers and general manager for Reggae Global Radio. Much love to you, bro. If you haven't caught Real Rockers yet, do check him out Mondays and Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern for Real Rockers. He's a walking, talking music encyclopedia. The man knows his stuff. He knows his history as it relates to the music. Is just a gem to listen to. Check it out. Don't take my word for it. Just go and check it out. So, Real Rockers with Marlon Burrell, 7 p.m. Eastern, Reggae Global Radio, Mondays and Wednesdays. All right? Cool. So, according to Campbell, people engage in breadcrumbing because their self-esteem is impacted by how much attention they can secure from others. So, they're attention seekers. Okay, gotcha. Although the exact reasons for the behavior vary, there are a few psychological patterns that she points to as to why people do it. So now, if you know me, I always want to know the why. Why do people do some of the things that they do? Now, one of the reasons is they feel better about themselves. The more interest from others they maintain, the better they feel about themselves. So they're self-absorbed, they're narcissistic, they're what are they really? Other than breadcrumbers. They need validation from others. So they have low self-esteem also. They don't feel comfortable and confident unless they get constant reassurance from others that they are worthy or valuable. They are narcissistic. Ah, there we have it. Often, these individuals have a personality characterized by narcissism as well as a game-playing, shallow approach to relationships. They don't feel guilty about manipulating others and playing with people's emotions. It's all about what they can get or the attention they can get from the individual. Huh. They're already in a relationship. That could be another reason. With someone, they're probably in a relationship with someone that they are seeking attention, and they're just seeking attention from others. So, yes, they're in a relationship. Yeah, they're cool with that. But because they're in a relationship with that person, I guess they believe that the attention that they're getting from that person is supposed to be there. So unless they get attention from other people, then it doesn't really matter. So they seek this attention from others. Hubert, how you doing, bro? So, everything that I'm hearing up until this point being explained leads to this self-absorbed, self-centered, narcissistic individual that has low self-esteem and an attention deficit disorder, as in not the inability for them to pay attention, but they need excessive amounts of attention being paid to them. Kind of a center of attraction deficiency. So they try to get this attention from others by way of using love interests. Huh. I don't know if anybody else has another view about it based on the information that I'm presenting. 773-789-STEW is the number to get you in touch. 773-789-7839. First and foremost, one of the things you want to do is not to tolerate this behavior. So this is a next step. After recognizing what it is and recognizing the red flags, what do? Well, don't tolerate the behavior. Of course, you need to recognize it. You need to see it happening for you to not tolerate it, right? A lot of people don't see it happening because they themselves are caught up in this relationship. They are busy giving this attention. So the person that is receiving the attention is just soaking it up and doing their thing, getting their fix, getting their fill. And the only time the individual giving the attention recognizes it is when they are left confused. So don't tolerate this behavior. You set the example for how others should treat you. So don't tolerate poor treatment. You deserve someone, according to Campbell, who is willing to give you the same amount of attention you are willing to invest. Consider what your boundaries are and then take action. You likely want to unmatch this person on the app that you're using. If you're using a dating app, disconnect from them. Block their number if you've been in contact by phone. Lose their social media contact information. Break away. Get free. Working on yourself is also a solution. You can augment your self-esteem by engaging in activities that you excel at and by treating yourself kindly. Engage in self-care. Use positive self-talk. Another important self-esteem booster. Addressing the behavior in question. You can give the person an opportunity to change their behavior. And if they choose not to, you know not to take them seriously. So they're giving you vibes. They're telling you, hey, come on over. Let's hang out. Let's go do something. And, you look really nice in that outfit. I'd love to explore what's under it. You're getting all of this. And, this the stroking of the ego and, all of this good feeling stuff happening, but yet still nothing happens. They just want the attention. Don't take them seriously. Let them talk. Chuckle even. Enjoy it. And just, like we always say, take it with a grain of salt. Don't take it too seriously. Think about what it would mean for you to date someone that is available. You can do this by defining what you feel you deserve in a healthy relationship. Setting these guidelines for yourself will help you seek out partners who is a better match for what you are looking for. So if this is what you're realizing is not working for you, if you're realizing that you're just being led on, go ahead and just cut. Cut ties, cut connection, just cut. I don't know why it is that they didn't just call it being led on. They call it breadcrumbing. I guess it's one of the things that are one of the ways that the influencers can keep influencing. I don't know. What say you guys? Is it just an influencer's stock? You like the idea of breadcrumbing versus being led on? Give me your feedback. We're going to take a quick little break, and in the break we're going to part company with those on Facebook Live and those on Clubhouse. So Hubert, come on over to kevinstew.com for the remainder of the broadcast. Okay, bro? Let's see what's happening this weekend. Before I go, what's happening this weekend? NAMI Walks is happening this weekend down at Nova in Davie. So come on down bright and early Saturday morning is NAMI Walks. I'll be there, and I hope to see you all there too. It's for a good cause. It's NAMI, the National Alliance on Mental Illness, their annual fundraiser here in Broward County. So come on out. Come do the walk. Come meet some of the vendors, some of the suppliers of mental health care in Broward County. And a lot of times people hear about these things and think, well, this is for crazy people. Listen, we're all crazy. So it is for all of us. We're varying degrees of crazy, but we're all crazy. And if you look at it like that, then you'll recognize that we all need some kind of psychological care, which is why I recommend that everybody should see a therapist at least one time in their life, because we go through things and we don't always have the tools to deal with them, like this breadcrumbing thing. This is one of those things that can lead people to violent acts. Nobody wants to be led on. Nobody wants to be fooled. But yet still it happens. As we're going off on a break, I want to remind you guys, check out my Mary Kay store. Yes, Mary Kay. There are products there for men as well as women. So for the guys, there's face care, there's beard care, there are fragrances, there's skin care. We all need to take care of our skin. So I got involved because of the skin care. You can get involved by going shopping on my Mary Kay store. So it's marykay.com/KevinStew. That is how you get to the store. Go ahead and place your orders. Let's talk. Let's do some business. check it out, marykay.com/Kevin Stew. Another thing that I want to bring to your attention outside of the Mary Kay store is go ahead and check out the book I narrated. Yes, I narrated my first book, and it is now available on Audible. So it's called Empowered. Go ahead and check it out. It's really cool. I had the author of the book on my broadcast this past Monday. So y'all can go check it out. Check out the broadcast. You definitely won't be disappointed in that. As I was looking for the image to put stuff, I just remembered about it. So, but check it out. Look in the archives. You'll see it. Empowered. It's a guide to. Oh my goodness! I don't want to mess up the name. I don't want to mess up the name, and I feel right now I'm messing up the name of this book. So, but anyway, do go check it out. You can find it on Audible, on Amazon. The author is Jonathan Field, and really cool guy. We had a good chat, and y'all wouldn't be disappointed going to check this out. All right? The book is called Empowered. All right, so we're going to take a break. Catch you guys later. Facebook Live, deuces to you. Those on Clubhouse, deuces to you guys. Much love, much respect. Hubert, come on over, kevinstew.com. And those of you who want to watch the broadcast as well as listen to it, you can come on over too. Jump into the Stew Pot. It's what others call a chat room. But because we're fancy over here on kevinstew.com, it's the Stew Pot. You don't need to sign up. You don't need to register. You don't need to do any of that. You don't need a blood sacrifice, offer your firstborn, give an internal organ. Just go to kevinstew.com and you are there. A part of the broadcast, interacting. You can remain anonymous. You can put your name. That's up to you. We'll be right back.
Policy Media Group, innovative streaming and recording, has done it again. A new way to get your business in full view of your neighborhood consumer through AdShare TV. It's available in your neighborhood today. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. Become a host today and place a TV monitor in a strategic location so it's easy to see. Get a 1-minute video ad or longer that plays anywhere in our network. Can't be a host? No problem. For a few dollars, we'll run your 30-second video ad. A host can run announcement specials like buy one get one free or discount ads. Let's turn your flyers into a 30-second video with music or a voiceover, or let us create and run your video ad with a spokesperson. Take advantage of our early enrollment discount. Join us today. Your ad will be seen at least 30 times per day in your AdShare TV neighborhood. It's easy. Just call us 754-999-6020. AdShare TV, part of Policy Media Group.
Today in school, I learned a lot. In chemistry, I learned that no one likes me. In English, I learned that I'm disgusting. And in physics, I learned that I'm a loser.
Today in school,
In math,
I learned that I'm ugly
I
and
learned
useless.
that I'm trash.
And in gym,
In biology,
I learned that I'm
I
pathetic
learned that I'm fat
and a
and
joke.
stupid.
In history,
Today in
I learned that
school,
I'm trash.
Today in school, I learned that I have no friends. In English, I learned that I make people sick.
And in
And at lunch, I learned that I sit on my own because I smell.
and a joke.
In chemistry, I learned that no one
In
likes me.
biology, I learned that I'm fat and stupid.
In English,
And in
I
math,
learned that I make people
I
sick.
learned that I'm trash.
The only thing I didn't learn in school today
The only thing I didn't learn today
The only thing I didn't learn
It's why no one ever helps.
Kids witness bullying every day. They want to help, but they don't know how. Teach them how to stop bullying and be more than a bystander at stopbullying.gov. A message from the Ad Council.
Hey, I'm representing for DJ Kevin Stew, working on the night shift radio show. Won't go changing like the weather, just to please the devil never. Will DJ Kevin Stew sell his soul? That's a word and honor. It's Christine to representing word and honor. Still I say DJ Kevin Stew.
I can tell that you love me by the way you're looking at me. Girl, the feeling is mutual, 'cause I love you the same way, and I love you so much. I don't care what people say, it's complicated, 'cause you got your man, girl. I just know that I want you, same way you want me. Baby girl, come over, wanna be your lover. Got some things to show you, got some things to show you. Wanna give you pleasure, searching for your treasure. I can be everything you want. I can be you. I can be you. I can be you. Tonight I will forgive you of everything you've done, yeah, in your past. Tonight I'll be your preacher, baby. You give me your undivided, and I'll relieve all your stress, baby, with my forgiveness, my forgiveness. I just wanna give you everything that you've been searching for, baby. All you gotta do, baby girl, come over, wanna be your lover. Got some things to show you, got some things to show you. Wanna give you pleasure, searching for your treasure. I can be you, I can be you, everything you want. I can be you. I can be you. I can be you. I know how to treat you right. Just tell me yes, tell me yeah. I'll be all you want. Girl, just come on over, spend the night. It'll be the best, be the best. All you gotta do, baby, just come over. Let me be your lover. I can give you pleasure, I can give you pleasure. I will be your savior, I can be your preacher. I'll forgive your sins, I'll forgive your everything. Baby girl, come over, wanna be your lover. Got some things to show you, got some
Zone of Enzo bringing us back from the break.
to give you pleasure.
Track called Come Over.
Your treasure, I can be you, I can be you, everything you want. I can be you. I can be you.
Pat says the dating apps can be dangerous,
I can be you.
so she doesn't use them. Whenever she gets a negative message, she just deletes, blocks, and moves on. That's a really interesting approach to take to the whole dating thing. And you know, but I don't wrong you at all. Go for it. All right, so tonight we're talking breadcrumbing. Again, you know, I don't know why they don't just call it being led on, stringing someone along, or anything like that. They call it breadcrumbing. I guess it's the idea of Hansel and Gretel. So all the Hansels and Gretels out there, represent. We're talking about you tonight. Psychology today says breadcrumbing is a term for stringing someone along with small nuggets of communication, but never fully committing to a relationship. Today, those crumbs of communication tend to occur online. Well, that's pretty much where everything happens these days. The person may respond to an Instagram story, like a Facebook photo, or text a funny meme. They may text back and forth periodically, but never seem to agree to plans in person. The connection stalls, unable to evolve into a fulfilling relationship. The ambiguity can feel confusing and hurtful to those on the receiving end. Maintaining hope that the relationship will progress, a breadcrumbee, you have the breadcrumber, you have the breadcrumbee being breadcrumbed. Ay, ay, ay. So the breadcrumbee may struggle to realize what's happening or end the relationship. So they're struggling along. They just want to feel loved, and it's not happening. Breadcrumbing typically refers to romantic relationships, but it can occur in other personal and professional relationships as well. Breadcrumbing is a colloquial term that describes a pattern of behavior. It comes from the famous fairy tale in which Hansel and Gretel leave a trail of breadcrumbs in order to find their way home. Well, are these breadcrumbies finding their way anywhere? Breadcrumbing is not an official psychological term or diagnosis. However, those in psychology are apparently familiar with it and have been looking into it for a little while now. Now, we mentioned some of the signs of breadcrumbing. The inconsistent and erratic communication, speaking via text or social media, but not committing to spend time together in person, not following through on plans that are made, surface level communication that lacks depth, vulnerability, and details about the person's life. An imbalanced relationship. They don't reciprocate your level of interest. Focusing on the physical side of the relationship rather than focusing on all sides of the relationship. These are your flags. These are your indicators. Now, if you are doing the breadcrumbing and you're not quite aware of it, there are certain things that you can look at in the mirror. So, not the literal mirror, the figurative mirror. So, as you're doing some introspection, if you're feeling confused and uncertain about the state of the relationship, feeling a roller coaster of emotion, such as sad, then hopeful, then disappointed once again, feeling self-doubt, such as questioning if you did something wrong, feeling anxious and dependent on the breadcrumber for the next point of contact. So if you're the breadcrumbee, this all relates to you. If you're feeling used or manipulated, feeling badly about yourself after interacting with them, feeling lonely or hopeless about the relationship, then you might be a breadcrumbee. Breadcrumbing can actually happen at any stage of a relationship. So that is something that you want to remember. Someone who has been on 1 or 2 dates with you may begin breadcrumbing instead of expressing concrete interest in the relationship by asking you on a 3rd date. Another person may begin reaching out with crumbs of communication after a breakup if they want to get back in contact with their ex. So, getting little snippets, a little bit here, a little bit there. Breadcrumbing, again, typically applies to the dating relationships. But it can also occur in familial relationships. Your friendships, your professional situations. So yeah, there are aspects of breadcrumbing that can happen in all these different areas. But listening to what breadcrumbing is, I'm pretty sure some people are saying, wait a minute, but this is very much like ghosting. Is it the same thing? Okay, so whereas they are both forms of non-committal behavior, ghosting is when someone disappears entirely with no explanation. Breadcrumbing involves inconsistent communication that functions to string the person along. So you get a little bit here, a little bit there. You're not being cut off. You're not being alienated. But you're not being welcomed in all the way either. Other terms that involve non-committal behaviors include orbiting. Have you heard of that one? Which is staying in someone's orbit online but not spending time together in person. And there is submarining, which is disappearing and then resurfacing after a long period of time. So all these things happen in our relationships. So you have your space cadets out there who are orbiting, and you have your aquamen and women who are submarining. You have all this going on in the dating world. I don't know who knew. I knew about some of them, but I'm looking at some of these terms and I'm like, boy, I'm gonna need to do something on each of these terms. I'll have it covered for like the next 2 months with all these terms that are popping up. Let's see. Oh, breadcrumbing. No, not actual breadcrumbs that you from bread. But not that breadcrumbing. The other one. This one is figurative. It's colloquial terms. Just like orbiting, we're not talking about being shot out into space. We're just talking about being just there in someone's life, but not really. That's orbiting. Now, there are some emotional consequences of breadcrumbing. It's funny that you should mention some of these things though, Pat, because I'm thinking some of the very same things happen emotionally as what happens with breadcrumbs or consuming a lot of white bread. If you guys tune into my health broadcast on occasions you'll hear me talk about things relating to diet and the healthier versions of some of our regular foods versus the unhealthy, the less healthy versions. And when it comes to bread, white bread is about as unhealthy as you can get. So, breadcrumbing, yeah. I see how looking at some of these effects, Pat, could correlate. Breadcrumbing, the colloquial term, and breadcrumbing in real life, the cooking or the food thing. Research suggests, before I get to that part, breadcrumbing involves a sporadic, shallow pattern of communication, and the person hopeful that a relationship may yet be possible. Now, this often prevents the breadcrumbee from ending the relationship, even though they may be struggling with confusion, frustration, and disappointment. So they're there. They want this thing to happen. But because they're not getting enough, but getting a little bit, the little bit that they get keeps them hopeful. So they're just being strung along. And they can't find themselves pulling away, getting out, just saying, no, I won't anymore. I'm done. Crazy, right? But is it? Happy hump day, Julie. I want to say big ups to Julie in the stew pot. If you want to have a truly Julie experience, you can every Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern on Flex FM. Do check her out. It's really entertaining. It's informative. It's entertaining. It's truly Julie. Yeah, check her out. You won't be disappointed. Now, Julie, welcome to the broadcast. Breadcrumbing. Have you heard of it? Drop me a line. Give me a call real quick. I won't keep you long. Just give me a call real quick and let's talk about this. If you have heard of breadcrumbing, and even if you haven't, let's talk about it a little bit, because it's basically stringing someone along, right? Leading them on, and I wanna bounce a little bit of something off of you since you're here. So give me a call real quick right now. We have a break at the top of the hour, so I'm not gonna keep you long. Maybe. Now, research suggests that people who have been breadcrumbed tend to feel more lonely, more helpless, and less satisfied with life. Okay, that just sounds terminal. The prolonged nature of the process makes it particularly difficult, perhaps more so than ghosting. The person is stuck on standby. Yeah, I think that is the best way to describe it, leading to feelings of uncertainty, anxiety, and invalidation. Which is why it's important that we recognize where we stand. The who are we in the grand scheme of things, and recognizing that we can stand alone until we find someone that will stand with us. Not hold us up, stand with us. And once we start having more and more of that kind of mindset, then I think we'll move away from this kind of feeling, this uncertainty, this anxiety, this invalidation, because we're not putting ourselves first. And so I guess the breadcrummy would feel really crummy after having an experience like this. There are many reasons why breadcrumbing is hurtful. First, social rejection is painful. Research has found similarities between social rejection and physical pain in the brain. The brain can't tell the two differently. It doesn't tell them apart. So, according to the brain, it's the same thing. Secondly, confusion and lack of closure can trigger self-doubt. And third, breadcrumbing can lead to isolation and loneliness because it discourages people from dating or seeking new connections. Now, fourthly, it can instill a sense of loss, such as the loss of trust or hope. And that now would trigger the grieving effect. However it is that you grieve as an individual, that's pretty much what you'll be going through. And so here comes the grieving process. And if you're one to lock yourself away and watch sad movies and eat tubs of ice cream and put on 55 pounds, then that is exactly what is going to happen. Because you're grieving, and this is the method by which you grieve. The realization that one was led on poses its own challenges. The person may feel like they were betrayed or manipulated, which can evoke embarrassment, self-doubt, or withdrawal. I can tell you, when I felt that I was led on, these are some of the feelings that I had. And it wasn't until, going through this information that I was like, wait a minute, I have been a breadcrummy. And it made me think, have I also been a breadcrumber? Oh my. Now I can imagine what someone else could have possibly been going through as a result of feeling like they were led on by me. So, has breadcrumbing become more common over time? Well, just like everything else, I guess it has. Psychology Today says technology and social media have made it easier for people to drop in with occasional contact, such as through likes or DMs. Communicating in small, occasional doses is easier now. So the world of online dating also presents unlimited options, which contributes to the tendency to designate some potential mates as backups to keeping exploring one's options. I guess it's a whole lot easier now to have a backup, and a backup, and a backup. Additionally, research on ghosting has found that people who were ghosted were more likely to ghost someone else. This finding suggests that the more these behaviors occur, the more they are normalized. So does that mean if you've been breadcrumbed before, that chances are you will breadcrumb? Julie, you're not going to drop me a line? You're just going to leave me hanging? Question. Is breadcrumbing intentional? Do people set out to just lead people on? Is that a thing? We'll answer that question when we come back from the break. Let me try to inveigle Julie to give me a call. Julie, how you doing? Julie. All right. So we're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we're going to talk some more. We're going to try to answer the question, is breadcrumbing intentional? I don't know. What say you? 773-789-STEW is the number that you can call and text and drop in on. WhatsApp, Telegram, they all work, so it doesn't really matter where you're listening in from. Drop me a line. 773-789-7839. Julie, call me. Marlon, you mentioned this is the first time you're hearing about the term breadcrumbing, but considering what it is, being led on, have you led anyone on that you know of? Or have you been told that you did some leading on? Have you yourself been led on? Like I said, I've been through it. And now I'm thinking, have I done it? And if there's anybody out there that is listening that I have done it to, you can call too. Yeah, I give you the opportunity to put me on the spot. So, have I been a breadcrumber? I don't know. But you can tell me. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey, I'm representing for DJ Kevin's Stew.
Matthew 28:19 says, "Go ye therefore and teach all nations." With this in mind, and encouragement received during a South Florida media conference, The Church Links was birthed. The Church Links is an interdenominational worship service portal for churches, providing the tools to spread the word through technology in a cost-effective way. The Church Links, www.dahchurchlinx.com. Your links to worship and praise.
Entertainment in association with VPAL Distribution presents the brand new hit single.
Hi, I'm Robert French, and you're listening to my new song, Every Day of My Life.
Now available on all major digital platforms.
Every day of my life will be just loving you. Spend the rest of my life always just loving you. Every day of my life will be just loving you. Spend the rest of my life always just loving you.
Making great music is one thing, sharing it with the world, that's another. Let the professionals at Reggae Global Entertainment help you to another level. specializing in artist management, booking, public relations and marketing, and promotion. Reggae Global Entertainment can help you with event planning, websites, photography, and video production, press releases, legal services, and graphic design. They can even help you with music production so you can get the sound that you want every time. Call Reggae Global Entertainment at 954-804-8199. That's 804-8199. Or visit them online at reggaeglobalentertainment.com.
Ladies, lovers of the music, it is here, the brand spanking new album from Ed Robinson and Ian Sweetness, a tribute to Teddy Pendergrass. Amazing. 10 blazing tracks, 2 amazing singers going hit for hit, classic for classic. A tribute to Teddy Pendergrass, Ian Sweetness, Ed Robinson. Oh man. It's out now. Available everywhere. iTunes, Spotify, wherever you get your music, it is there. A tribute to Teddy Pendergrass, brand spanking new, Ian Sweetness, and Robinson. Ladies, gentlemen, you've got to have this in your collection. Get it now. Available everywhere. Bruv, my last baby already gone off to college, mate. Is what this is send come gimme, man. Is a big album still, I love it. Big up Ed Robinson, Ian Sweetness, but this better come with a contraceptive.
When being in the moment is priceless, consider the ability to share that moment. If you can video it, you can broadcast it. And Pulse E-Media Group has the tools you need. Weddings, birthdays, funerals, graduations, church services, parties, seminars, you name it. Pulse E-Media Group can provide you with a secure medium controlled by you to broadcast your event. Contact us at www.pulseemediagroup.com for more information. Pulse E-Media Group, when being in the moment is priceless.
This is Gia Yee, and you're listening to The Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew.
sound of Miss J.E.
I chose my life.
A track called Gaslit.
Walk away.
And this song is based on a true story. The story is actually her story. If y'all check my archives with Reasoning with G.I.E., you'll hear her tell the story. The track is called Gaslit. And whereas we're not talking about gaslighting tonight, we are talking about breadcrumbing, which is, I guess, a similar course of action. Thank you, G.A.E. Track called Gaslit. So, breadcrumbing. Is it intentional? Do you think people just set out to do things like that to other people? Pat says COVID-19 has separated all of us one way or another, and many people have changed since this pandemic. There are a lot of breadcrumbing individuals in America walking around. Well, is it just America though, Pat? Because I'm thinking about okay. Yeah, it's not just America. Yeah, we live here, so we can call out America on it, but it's not just here. People are not the same as they used to be before the pandemic or the plandemic. And that is very true, Pat. I will definitely agree with you on that. So, is breadcrumbing intentional? The breadcrumber, believe it or not, according to Psychology Today, may or may not realize what they're doing and the effect they're having. For example, they may not realize that the person is interested in pursuing a whole relationship. They think they just want to hang out just like them. Or they may be overwhelmed and not able to commit to a relationship at the moment. Others may be more manipulative and recognize that stringing someone along allows them to benefit from the relationship when they want to, without investing any further. Since the person may not know that their behavior is coming across, well, you may want to consider asking them about it directly. Just back them up in a corner. Yo, what's going on? Is this what you intend to do? Why are you doing this right now? This is how it is affecting me. Go ahead and talk about these things. And if you don't want to sound like you're attacking, go ahead and lead with, all right, this is how I am receiving this. I don't know if this is what you're intentionally doing, but this is how I'm receiving it. This is how it's affecting me. Now, if this is not your intention and you have no interest in us getting any further than where we are at now, then let me know, because these are the vibes that I am getting, and these are the thoughts that I'm having as a result of it. Whereas I would want to see this, that, and the other thing happening. You may not want those things. Then we're not on the same page. Let's put it out, lay it all out on the table right now, so that we can have clarity. At least I want to have clarity. And so the ability to do that now puts you in a better position. I'm not saying it's the easiest thing to do. I've been in a situation where I couldn't get the words out. But it's important for the individual in the situation to try, practice in the mirror or something. But you need to actually try, because you need to remove yourself from this situation. It's not helping any of us. It's not helping you, the person in the situation. It's not helping your friends or colleagues. It's not helping the stranger on the street that you're going to show bad face because they wear the same perfume. It's not helping anyone. Oh, when I say, let me not say perfume, because immediately people think it's the woman that is doing the breadcrumbing. The same fragrance. because it could be a man, it could be a woman. I'm not making it gender specific here. All right, cool. So if you're being breadcrumbed, how do you deal with that? It's natural to feel hurt by breadcrumbing, and once you realize that the other person's behavior is constantly non-committal, you can take steps to manage your emotions and recover from the experience. Again, it's not a life sentence. You can recover from it, you can move on from it, you can grow from it. Acknowledge and name what happened. Since they have a name for it, now it's not just leading on or stringing along, it's called breadcrumbing. Get a print a t-shirt, breadcrummy. You can share the experience with a friend or journal about it. There's no obligation to do so, but if you think confronting the breadcrumber would provide closure, you can share your feelings directly. For example, it feels like you've been stringing me along and that hurts. Learn about breadcrumbing and other forms of non-committal behaviors so you understand the cultural context. This will also help you to spot it sooner if it happens again. Well, I think you'll be able to spot it real quick if it happens again because the feelings should remain the same. If you didn't enjoy it the first time, chances are you're not going to enjoy it the second time. So, yeah, I do believe you'll recognize if it shows up again. Let me get my surprise fix for the night. Greetings and salutations.
Greetings and salutations.
Yes, people, I'm having a truly Julie experience right about now. Hey, Julie
Hey.
Bean. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I am well, thank you very much. So, quite elated that you could call in and drop a word. This whole thing about breadcrumbing. Yeah, word up.
Okay.
Are you familiar with the term breadcrumbing?
Yes, I'm familiar with breadcrumbing.
Are you, why are you familiar with it? You been dropping breadcrumbs?
No. I know from my background and
Yes.
my educational background. It's
Yes.
kind of the opposite of ghosting, because ghosting is where you just more or less disappear.
Yeah.
You don't communicate with anybody. Um, Breadcrumbing is when you just give. It's like you're feeding people little bits of little crumbs,
You're stringing them
right?
along.
So that
Yeah.
so that they say, oh well, it's like a bird that you're giving breadcrumbs to, and you're like, oh, maybe more food is coming along,
Yeah,
right? So they're not gonna go anywhere else.
it's exactly what happens with the ducks. Why their signs
Exactly.
don't feed the ducks. So
Exactly.
they keep coming back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, that's my understanding of breadcrumbing versus ghosting.
have you ever been breadcrumbed?
Yeah.
I've been breadcrumbed. You've been breadcrumbed? How did that feel to
Yeah.
you?
Didn't feel good. It did not feel good at all, because at some point, well, I hope at some point, people realize. Well, in my case, at one point, I realized what was going on, because if you think you're in a relationship with somebody, or you're progressing, you think you're progressing to that, and then every once in a while, when you think things are going smooth sailing, it's like something feels like it derails.
Yes.
And when that happens on more than one occasion, almost routinely, if you really sit down and look at it, you realize, oh, this is a pattern, and maybe that other person is doing it purposefully for one of many reasons. They don't know if they like you yet or want to pursue anything with you. They really don't want to pursue anything with you, but because they're in a situation where they don't want to be alone,
Yeah.
and they say,
They can
hey,
get the
this
attention.
company,
Yeah.
right? Or they actually are interested in somebody else, but certain people don't like to be alone. So until or if they get that other person, they'll at least have
Yeah, you're the placeholder.
companionship. Yes, yes. At some point, hopefully you realize what's going on. It may take you a month, it may take you a year, it may take you 10 years, never. But I think for most people, they realize what's going on. They may not know there's a name for it,
Yeah.
but they realize what's going on, but they may say, oh, I can get this person to think the way I want them to think or feel. Right. And
very
so,
much manipulative.
yeah, well, it's a case of, oh, okay, they see that this person is doing something and they want them to change. So they think that I can make them change, right? I can make them feel the same thing I feel so that they're into me. Or, sometimes you just can't get a person on the same page with you. So don't try to force it. But some people do for whatever reason.
Have you ever
Right?
been told that you were leading someone on?
No. If anything, I've been accused more of the ghosting part. Never said I was perfect, right? But a lot of the times, I do have to say, a lot of the times my ghosting is, in response to realizing when I'm being breadcrumbed. Because what I find happens is, oh, I'm being breadcrumbed. And of course I don't say breadcrumb because that's a relatively new term.
Right. You're
You
being led
say,
on.
oh, so you're right, you're stringing me along so that for whatever reason, I'm like, you know what? Bump this. This is not what I want. If you and I are not on the same page and you don't want to get on the same page with me, then hey, have a nice life.
But if you're being
Do you
accused
know
of
what
ghosting, though, that means
yeah,
you're not having a
what
discussion with them. You
okay.
just cut them off. Gone.
No, but okay. So sometimes I do that, and sometimes when you have that discussion, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're saying, okay, I at least like to think that I'm respectful in a way, right? So having the discussion is like, what do you want, right? And if they say what they want and what they want is not what I want, I'm like, okay, sayonara. What usually happens now that is they're like after a few days, oh, is she serious? You're serious?
And then you
And
start
then
to
the
get some
call
attention again.
starts. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, you've already shown your true colors. So guess what? No phones will be picked up. No text messages will be responded to. No emails will be responded to or read.
What if they had actually seen the light as a result of you stepping forward and saying what you are saying? Are you just saying that, hey,
No,
too late,
no,
too late?
because okay, I'm not saying that will never happen, but you know what most times happens? It's a response to you, to them not getting the attention they want, or them not seeing the person still sticking around. So now they start having thoughts like, what's going on? I may be losing my
My mojo.
backup. They're losing their backup,
Okay.
and they're like, okay, I now have to go do all this work to get another backup, or I like this backup, right? I don't want to lose this backup because I like this backup. I like who I have, whatever.
Yeah.
And so now when backup starts going no contact and ghosting and whatever, then that's when they start say, let me try and gauge where that person is.
Okay. Okay,
but they're
okay.
really pretty. The ghosting continues.
Okay, so
You know.
people, I told you, you know, it's we are going to have a truly Julie experience. And you know what she called? And see, we're having a truly Julie experience. I did give you my word that I wouldn't be keeping you long, Julie.
Okay.
Interfering with your beauty rest and all the stuff that you do. But thank you for giving us a call in and sharing your experience. And
Yes, I don't like being a breadcrummy because that makes me feel crummy. No,
right, but you've never even
but
unintentionally breadcrumbed?
no. Well, if it's unintentional, I wouldn't know I'm doing it, right? And
Well, and this is why
nobody
I'm
has
saying, okay, nobody has said it. Cool.
nobody right. Nobody has said that. I try not to do that because being on the other side of it and being subject to it,
Mm-hmm.
not a nice feeling. And guess what? I don't have the time, the desire, the inclination to go through all that trouble. I'm sure,
Just to
and
get
I haven't
a
asked the
little attention.
breadcrumber. I haven't asked the breadcrumber, but doesn't that take work for you to decide that, okay, I'm gonna do this and just give this much and just string her along that much and or him that much
Would
or
it
doesn't
would
that
it
take work?
would it really take a lot of work though, Julie? Think about it. If this person knows that here is so I know that you have an interest in me and I like the attention that you give me. But I that's all I like, the attention that you give me. Then I'm just going to drop you a line every now and then to let you know that hey, I'm still here, and let you
Right,
go
but
ahead
but that
and
but
dole out your attention.
every now and then indicates that you have to plan when you're gonna drop the line, how much you're gonna say,
Sir,
how long you're gonna take.
when
No,
I remember you, and I drop you a line. That's how it works.
oh,
Isn't that how it works?
okay. I don't know. That's why I say I wish I asked a breadcrumber these questions. You need to have one of the breadcrumbers in your listeners call in so that you can ask me. Doesn't it take time when you're
I
gonna
don't
say,
think it
okay,
does.
how much attention should I give to this person so that it's enough attention that they don't leave, and things like that.
I really don't think it's that hard to become a breadcrumber. Um, even especially unintentionally. But when you just love the attention and you know that you are you're charismatic. You might even be cute. And so you naturally get this attention. Then becoming a breadcrumber is going to be easy because here you'll find people that like you all the time. And so just give them a little bit of information here, a little bit about a little piece of you here, a little piece of you there. They will stick around for the most part. So because it is just maintaining that connection, it's not that hard. It's like having acquaintances. You wouldn't call them friends because friends you actually spend time with. You do things, you make plans, and you actually follow through with them. So having acquaintances, you just touch bases with them every now and then. See, so now that I've said it, it doesn't seem that hard, no, does it?
Okay.
Making you start to think about those breadcrummies that you left along the way.
No, I have not. I'm not a breadcrumber. I have not breadcrumbed.
Of course, you know I'm
As
teasing.
I said, it's a crummy feeling to be in a breadcrummy.
Yes.
So, yeah.
A couple of things. One, I don't know if you saw my post. I didn't send you a message directly. I don't think I did. But I just finished narrating a book, and Audible just released it this past Monday afternoon. So
No, I did not see that. Congratulations.
Thank you. I'll send you the link so that you can get the book. It's my very first narrated book, and it's called Empowered.
Okay.
A guide to a self-defense guide every woman should know. I'm messing up the name. I am messing up the name. I do apologize. Jonathan, I so apologize. In fact, I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, and I can just pull it up right here on the computer in front of me. Duh. You see, the things we take for granted. Julie, so there's that. I've done the book, and so that is a thing. It took some time and did the narration. What's it called? Empowered: Essential Concepts and Strategies Every Woman Should Know About Self-Defense. That is the book.
That's a well-needed book.
Yes.
That's a well-needed book.
The author was my guest this past Monday. His name is Jonathan Field. He is a Taekwondo master, 6th degree, going for his 7th. Lives in Canada. He's a Canadian, and he did this in collaboration with one of his former. Well, she's now a black belt, and helps him in the dojang also. Really cool. But you'll hear about she did the forward for the introduction in the book. So really cool. But he was my guest. You can go back and check that out. It was Community and Finance on this past Monday. Really cool guy. Jonathan Field is his name. All right. So there's that. Saturday is NAMI Walks. Will you be there?
No, I won't.
I'm so disappointed.
I know. I have to prepare for my show.
But a swift walk in the morning. It's at 7:00 in the morning. Come on.
That's the only day I don't walk on Saturday. Because part of my beauty sleep for my preparation for my show, I have to wake up naturally and not with an alarm clock.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Saturday is the only day I don't go exercise it before work or anything like that. Because, no.
Well, I guess that's how we get to have the Truly Julie experience.
But if you send me a link, I will donate. So if you send me a link, because I cannot be there, I won't be there. So if you send out the link or tell us where we can go to donate, then I will gladly do so.
Yeah, you can just check out NAMI Broad.
Okay.
Yeah, NAMI.
Do you have a team or something, or are you on a team, or?
I'm
or
hosting.
Is it just a general walk? Okay.
I'm hosting the walk. So it's at Nova this Saturday morning.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, Nova Davie campus. So I'm hosting. Yeah. You can go to namibroad.org, and all the information is on their website.
Okay, will do. And congrats again, hosting. I mean, big things going on.
Yes, this is my 3rd year hosting.
Okay.
Yes, it is. So we have that relationship, and we're just loving each other as a result of it.
Oh.
But Saturday is the Truly Julie experience. So go ahead and plug that for me.
Okay, it's Saturdays on Flex FM Radio if you're on Facebook, or flexfm.online for the website. It's every Saturday between 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So join me every Saturday. I cover lots of different topics on fashion, entertainment, and lifestyle. So there's a topic for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to see you there on Saturday at 1.
There we go. Yes, be a part of the Truly Julie experience. This experience that we get tonight, it's very rare, but it is not new. There were occasions where
I
Julie,
know, and I
yeah,
used to come on every once in a while on a Saturday, on a Wednesday
on a Wednesday
also,
night, yeah,
Wednesday.
yeah,
Yes,
and that's what I
Wednesday.
was saying. There are broadcasts in the past where you have actually been my co-host, which is kind of why I just kind of put you on the spot to give me a call and give me some feedback.
Yeah, I know. But I was getting ready to start the beauty sleep for the night,
I
and then I
know, I
saw
know.
your message. So I said, okay, let me call out and help my fellow brother colleague Huey,
There we go.
and that's what we have to do when you're in the biz, right?
That's right. That's right. And I truly appreciate love you for it. If nothing else, that.
Same here, Stu. Same here. All right, have a good night, guys. We'll talk to
Alright.
you later.
Thank you,
All right,
Julie. Have a good
bye-bye.
night.
You too. Bye-bye.
So, Julie says, hey, I have not done the breadcrumbing, but I have been breadcrumbed, and it is a crummy feeling. You know, it's one of those things that kind of happens and can kind of just happen, but sometimes people intentionally do it. And I guess those are the ones that you need to be wary of. So as I let me go through this list really quickly. How to cope with being breadcrumbed. So first we acknowledge what was happening, then we learn about breadcrumbing. Uphold your integrity by refraining from similar behaviors yourself. And I guess it would be easy to give someone else what you have been dished out. I guess it would be. Some people are vindictive like that. Not calling you out or anything, but if the cap fit, wear it. Prioritize your mental health. Continue to practice self-care, seek support, and reach out to a professional if you're having trouble. And sometimes it can be really troublesome. So, don't think that it's the end of it all if you've been breadcrumbed. No, 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 no. It can happen to the best of us. Like I said, it happened to me. Not to say that I'm the best of us, but it has happened to me. And it just keeps me thinking, have I done this to anyone? And if I have, I truly apologize. It was not my intention to lead you on. And if we need to have a conversation right now, let's do so. You have my number, just call me, let's talk. But there's a song, To All the Girls I've Loved Before. To all the girls that have crumbed me before, I forgive you. I won't allow you to do it again. Similar to what Julie said, but I forgive you. I don't know if you knew what you were doing. I don't know if it is because you just love attention and like being the center of attention. And a lot of us do. A lot of us want to feel important. We want to feel wanted. Not to say that there's anything wrong with that, but when you do it at someone's expense, that's not cool. That's not cool at all. So, is there possibly a reason why you're getting led on? That's another question too. Why do people do it? And there's no one size fits all answer to that question. But several factors come into play. And according to psychcentral.com, low self-esteem, insecure attachment style, emotional unavailability due to mental health conditions, these all play a role in someone being a breadcrumber. That's quite a lot. But it's a thing. So, is there a way to beat a breadcrumber at their own game? Forbes.com says, yes, there is. First, you want to identify the warning signs early. Feigning enthusiasm to meet up, but never seriously following through with plans by pinning down exact dates or coming up with new ideas. And in case of rain checks, is one of the things that breadcrumbers would normally do. Call them out on their stuff. Call them out on it. Be direct when you're doing it too. Address the situation. Once you catch on that someone is breadcrumbing you, call them out on what they're doing. Pointing it out to them can accomplish a few things. It shows that you are aware of what is happening. It sends a breadcrumber a clear signal that you have the ability to stand up for yourself. And it also gives the breadcrumber the opportunity to be authentic and to share any personal concerns that might be getting in the way of them approaching the relationship in an upstanding fashion. So call them out. Communicate your expectations and relationship goals. What it is that you want to see happening, you get the opportunity to share that. And remember your worth. And know when it is time to move on. Now, because we often just want to be wanted, we want to be loved, we get that little bit of attention from someone that has caught our eye, and we're kind of trapped like deer in headlights. But we don't have to be. And so we need to focus on who we are. Recognize that we still exist. Recognize the self. And feed the self. And if it means moving on from the situation, then do so. Because at the end of the day, there's no one more important to you than you. And in order to make someone else more important, you need to know what feeling important is like. Treat yourself with that importance. And then you can share of that with someone else. You cannot give from an empty cup. As we get off into musical therapy, this is the sound of Suzanne Sultry.
You can call Mrs. Johnson.
It's called If You're Not Back in Love by Monday.
To keep the kids for a day or two. Take the early flight to Florida. Yeah, just the way that you used to do. Can go your separate way. If you're not back in love on Monday,
This is the sound of Empress Unique.
more than you ever.
Track called I'll Always Love You.
I live for you. I'll sacrifice to guide and provide, give you a better life. In my heart forever, I'll never let you go. Never let you go. I'll never let you go. Never let you go. In my heart forever, I'll never let you go. Never let you go. I'll never let you go. Never let you go. You know that I do. Yeah. I'll always love you. You know that I do. Yeah. I'll always love you. All that I can now will do for you. The rest of your journey is up to you. Whatever you have to face as you go on, my love will be a shelter from the storm. In my heart forever, I'll never let you go. Never let you go. I'll never let you go. Never let you go. In my heart forever, I'll never let you go. Never let you go. I'll never let you go. Never let you go. You know that I do. Yeah. I'll always love you. Oh, oh yeah. Oh, oh yeah. Come on back, baby. I'm not ready to let you go.
This is the sound of Novelty.
Come on back.
A track called So I Can Love You.
I'm not ready to let you go. No, 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 no. I will tell you when I'm ready. I got to let you know. I got to let you know. Don't walk away from me, baby, like that. 'Cause you can't do. Don't turn your back. Don't turn your back. You're gonna tell today. I mean what I say. Stay with me, baby. I just can't let you go. Stay right here, baby. Ooh, so I can love you a little bit more. Don't walk away from me, baby, like that. Don't walk away, 'cause you can't do. Don't turn your back. You're gonna tell today. I mean what I say. Stay with me, baby, so I can love you a little bit more. So I can love you. Oh, oh yeah. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near?
This is the sound of Marcia J. Ball.
Just like me,
Track called Close to You.
want to be close to you. Why do stars fall down from the sky every time? Just like me, they long to be close to you. On the day that you were born,
Good night, Pat. Thank you for hanging out. I truly appreciate love you. And when you cook that curry chicken tomorrow, remember me here. This is one of the Twiggy Perfect one. Twiggy. The track is called Love Lost.
The move make you looking at yourself, boy. It should open up your eyes. You shouldn't do that. It's doggone crazy. You should be mad. Woman just can't take no more. You shouldn't do that. She walked out that door. Now it's too late. You don't have her love like before. Every day you get up and go with your friends. Your woman they alone on the end. She only good for cook and wash your clothes. It really doesn't make no sense. She dead and fed up while you mingle. You make you start to feel like say she's single. By the time you realize she have another man a free. Oh, what a surprise. You shouldn't do that. It's doggone crazy. Should be mad. Woman just can't take no more. You shouldn't do that. She walked out that door. Now it's too late. You don't have her love like before. When a woman walks into your life, show respect as if she's wife. She will do the best that she can. Don't you ever push her in the arms of another man. No, you shouldn't do that. It's doggone crazy. You should be mad. Woman just can't take no more. You shouldn't do that. She walked out that door. Now it's too late. Don't have her love like before. You're the only one that I live for. You can
This is on a Tenille.
feel so much more
Working out with Fiona.
than I
Track called I'm in Love.
felt in my life. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause if you feel the way I feel, then you know how I feel. And if you're with me in the morning, you will see. And if you know what I know, then you know, baby, that I'm okay with you. Right day by day, I'm in love.
sound of George Prophet.
Keep you safe and warm.
Track is called Into My Arms.
Take you into my arms. I just wanna shelter you from the storm. I know you will face a lot of 4 days. And sometimes the pressure is too much to take. I know sometimes you're feeling down and you are feeling low. But baby, this is something that you should know. Father, I wanna take you into my arms. And I just wanna keep you safe and warm. I just wanna take you into my arms. I just wanna shelter you from the storm. I know you will face rejection.
Want to thank you all for hanging out with me tonight
And so many guys that
and throughout this week. Truly appreciate love each and every one of y'all, the affiliates, all the sponsors,
I promise you I never.
everyone that left a message or gave a call.
So baby, let me take you.
Once again, do remember, check out the book.
And I just wanna keep you safe.
Yeah, my very first narrated book. It's called Empowered. Essential Concepts and Strategies Every Woman Should Know About Self-Defense. The audiobook is ready. Go on Audible, get your copy. If you can't remember, just go to kevinstew.com. There's a link right there on the page. Right there on the site. Click on it and it takes you right to where you can get your copy of the book. Support the book. Support me. Those of you that can make it, I'll see you on Saturday at Nova Davy campus for NAMI Walks, National Alliance on Mental Illness. Their annual fundraising walk. It's a 5K. So I'll see you there. If you can't make it this year, I understand. See you next year. As we part company, remember to look out for members of your community. Remember, your community is not just a development you live in, but it spreads far and wide. So those that you pass on the bus, on the plane, the boat, or the train, these are members of your community. Do something good for one of them today, because you never know who's going to do something good for you tomorrow. My name is Kevin Stew. This is what I like to do to you, for you, and with you every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern, right here, kevinstew.com and affiliates. Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you, wherever you are in the world. From right here in South Florida, I bid you all a good night. Be good. If you can't be good at it. George Prophet taking us out. Into My Arms. Got to love it. Got to love you. Y'all take care until we do it again. Blessings. Greetings and salutations, one and all. You're invited to tune in to the Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew. It airs on Mondays with Community and Finance, Tuesdays with Healthy Love, and Wednesdays with Real Talk from 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern Time. Come spend some time interacting in the stew pot, where we keep things bubbling and wind down in musical therapy. The Night Shift with DJ Kevin Stew is on kevinstew.com, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.